Collectors call in sick. AI does not. Collectors have bad days. They fight with their spouse. They stub their toe. They have flat tires. All that stuff happens. AI does not. Right. AI does not have those problems. It's consistent. AI paired with automation is the way, it's the future. It's the way that this world is going.
Hello and welcome to the Independent Dealer Podcast, brought to you by not Luke, just Jeff this time, because he seems to be the only one really trying here.
Hey, buddy.
We have a couple of amazing guests.
This one I think I think this was brought to us by Blytzpay, is what it looks like.
Well, yeah, it's brought to us. We brought to them, and we're bringing them to you, actually. So all the above. We've got a bunch of good-looking people on the podcast today. I don't even know where to start. Let's start with Robyn. Robyn, you've been on the podcast before. Most listeners are familiar with you, but real quick, tell us who you are, what you do, and how you are going to absolutely blow our minds today.
So Blytzpay is the Independent Dealer Podcast #1 fan.
Yay.
My name is Robyn Burkinshaw. I'm the CEO of Blytzpay.
Yeah, nice. And Blytzpay,
You want me to tell you
of course, Blytzpay is a great payment processor and a great friend of the show and a great friend of the industry.
You may have heard, hey, real quick, let's interrupt the podcast real quick to make sure you guys know about Blytzpay. So
I got to jump in there, though. Blytzpay is more than a processor. We are a fintech.
Oh, sounds like someone's going for a series funding.
So they're SaaS, and she just gave me some SaaS. You like that?
Is it Blytzpay.ai?
I mean, that's
have you secured the domain?
It's
Luke,
whatever it is .ai or you're not paying attention to what's happening in the world.
We're gonna buy this. We're gonna buy this on GoDaddy real quick.
Just 1 second. I just gotta make sure.
Oh no, I've got it. It's covered.
Son of a bee.
Blitzcollect.com. Let's go.
All right. So we also have another friend of the podcast and of Blytzpay. Kaleb, Bryan is with us from the Auto Cave, and somebody that works for him. Yeah, somebody works for him.
Yeah, I've got my right hand here, Kyle. He's been with us for years, countless years, and he's aging well with the business. He is the reason why our business runs well. He's also in charge of heading on the Blytzpay project with everything we're doing with AI. He oversees sales, underwriting, collections. So he gets to live with his mistakes in collections, and hopefully Blytzpay has been able to relieve him of some of those mistakes.
And it sounds like the new things we're about to talk about rolling out maybe even relieve him of his job. You just never know. Isn't that what things like this are supposed to do? No, I'm just kidding, buddy. I'm just kidding.
It's the means, not the end. We'll talk about that. AI is the means, not the end. Everybody's scared that it's going to replace them. It's not going to replace them. It's going to get rid of tasks that nobody wants to do.
For sure. And that's, I think, what we all have been saying. And
not him, just his collectors.
Just his collectors. We'll get rid of the collectors and still have a manager. He can manage AI. But no, really, I mean, that's what everybody's worried about. And the real truth is it just allows people to be better at their job and perform better at their job and do more tasks. And so that's what we're really talking about. So let's roll out the big surprise.
I'm going to do it. I know what the big surprise is. You don't know, Luke. That's what makes this so exciting is I know something you don't know, and I'm going to just sit on it for a minute longer. Robyn, those of us that are in the know, special folks, we're going to impart upon Luke some of our wisdom of what's going on here. We all know that that's the big buzzword and everyone's trying to put it in their software. And I talk about this all the time. As dealers, we can't fully integrate AI into our practices because it has to be done at the foundational software level, right? Like I can't just plug AI into my DMS or plug AI into my CRM. They don't talk to each other. It's not allowed. So I need vendors like y'all to go out there and structurally build it into the program, right?
Yes, and AI is changing pretty rapidly. So conference a couple of weeks ago, this particular breakout session was around security, and the comment was, the bleeding edge of AI is about 3 weeks. We have never on this earth seen technology that is moving at the pace and speed of AI. So what is new today will be obsolete within the next 3 weeks, and you don't know which pieces and parts will be obsolete. So today we eat the elephant one bite at a time. And so we partner with people who understand AI. I think there's ways that dealerships can automate things on their own. But when it comes to your processing, when it comes to your engagements, when it comes to your sales and your marketing and your leads and those different things, choose a partner that is well-versed and knows the importance of AI in the world that you're living in, specifically around a dealership, and can integrate that technology and make you more efficient. The best AI, in my opinion, is AI that's invisible. It's AI that you and your customers do not know is there. It just does something for you.
Yeah, and I think Jeff was talking about, which I think a lot of it is we have these traditional products that we are using that aren't on that bleeding edge as you're talking about, and they're not giving us as dealers the API capability to do it. Luckily, Blytzpay has taken that and run with it. Luckily, because if not, we can't do it alone.
Our goal is to grab our dealers and pull them into the future. Sometimes it's kicking and screaming, but we're going to make you efficient, whether you want to be or not. And it's good for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about it all the time. Like, this is integrating AI into your business is going to make your employees more efficient. It's going to make the whole operation more efficient. And I think that's what we look at when we look at the CRM integrations that dealers are using. And that was kind of the first phase. Well, I would say that's not the first phase. The first phase of AI in our business was us making silly memes and Facebook posts, right? That was the first one. The second one was me getting my BDC to be an AI agent and setting appointments and getting them in the door. Now, third phase, which is a lot more technical. Well, I don't even know why I call it third phase, whatever. This phase that you're talking about, because you're dealing with a lot of private information, right? I mean, to put AI into Blytzpay, we've got customers' data, we've got their bank account numbers, we've got everything that could go off the rails if it's not done right. So you guys have gone out, you've done the homework, you've invested the money, time, and brain power into this. What are we getting from Blytzpay that's going to make my life easier and allow me to fire everyone I have under my roof that I don't want here any longer?
You're not going to fire everyone, Jeff. You like people much.
But how are you going to make my life easier?
Okay, so first I want to talk about the ways that we keep information and data secure. We're tokenizing our data, and when groups are training their LLMs, they're basically engines that are going to run AI. There's privacy policies and there's privacy models around that. Blytzpay, as of the beginning of November, we will be launching the outbound AI collector. So it's called Blitz Collect. I mentioned this earlier, blitzcollect.com. And the first piece is an outbound AI collector. There's two voices today. There's Allison, who's a little more gentle, and there's Alan, who's a little more aggressive. And the possibilities are endless. The ways that you can control what they say, how they say it, it's wild.
Explain this to me, Robyn. When you say an outbound collector, is this collector dialing the phone number and getting the customer on the phone and having a conversation with them, just like my normal collector that's sitting in a cubicle is doing?
It's wild. So in Blytzpay, you will have the ability to create a campaign. I want to dial 1 to 10 days late. So I'll get my 1 to 10 days late. I will, in my 1 to 10 days late, I'll plug in Allison, and then Allison will dial those consumers and can either take a payment. Hey, Luke, your payment's due. Okay, I need to make a payment. Would you like to make a payment ending in one with your card ending in 1234? Yes, absolutely. Process done. It has all sorts of tools, and it continues to grow. Part 2 that we will release is the text collect. That's an outbound and an inbound collector. We've already got the automations for outbound text messages to go out, but this will be AI. I can have a conversation.
And you said that's part 2. I figured that the text portion would be the easiest and be part 1. Why is that backwards?
Good question. We have the text. So today we've got text automation. We felt that it was important to add an arrow to our quiver that we didn't have in our quiver today, in our arsenal today, and that was the outbound dialer.
Okay. And Robyn, I always hate to ask the cost, because what was funny is 2 years ago, and Kaleb, I think you were the forefront on this when it came to using Neo and using that AI they had. And I remember we were at a conference and they were talking about it was 10 cents every time there was a response from this. Robyn, is there extra cost to this? Or I know these tokens, the tokens have come down every time these language models has gotten better. What's the cost?
So it's going to depend on the volume that you're doing. Kind of how we price Blytzpay today. It's not a one size fits all. We really want to be able to customize it specific to the dealer's needs. I don't want to give you a bunch of stuff and have you pay for a bunch of stuff that you're not going to need. I want you to have what you need and the tools and the efficiency and the tech and all the stuff that's going to make your business better. So it's kind of a one-off.
And yeah, I understand that. And are we looking to keep our current collection staff and just add this on, or are we looking to move some people out of our business?
Every dealer's a little different. The goal, in my opinion, of the AI collector is to make your collectors more efficient. Today, industry statistics are going to say that 30% of your collector's time is spent cashiering. So I'm going to call Luke and I'm going to say, hey, Luke, I've got a payment due today of $300, but I've got it on 3 different cards. The next 30 minutes of your life is gone. So today we have those tools to make it easy for the consumers who are late to try and make a payment, and we're giving your collectors that time back. My whole mission is to collect a payment from your customer, right? It's to give you tools to make it easy for you to collect a payment, full stop. Like cat videos and fun conversations and like memes and whatever, all that's great. But in your business, what you care about is keeping your cars that you sold on the road. And AI has been designed to do that. The best AI, in my opinion, is AI you don't know is there, and neither do your consumers.
Yeah. So let's talk about that. You got some guinea pigs here on the call with us today. Not me, which is so weird because you could have walked down the street and set me up on this and I would have been grateful to do it. But chose these characters all the way across the country.
Yahoos.
Kaleb and Kyle, you guys have been, kind of the test pilots or some of the test pilots. Talk to us about how you've been using it in your dealership. What has it been doing for you? Results, those types of things?
Yeah, I'll go first, and then I'll lead into Kyle. I'll go first, and then I'll lead into Kyle. When I first heard about the project integrating AI, like Luke had mentioned earlier, Neo bringing AI. A lot of this is trying to buy back time. And for my sales force, as an example, I want AI to process and do the tasks that don't really drive revenue and that are monotonous. And so in sales, I want them to process applications. I want them to read our STIPs, and I want them to underwrite according to the guidelines that we've given our AI machine. I want them to machine learn what's required to get an approval here at the Auto Cave and get all that work done so my sales team can focus on selling, driving revenue. And so when I first heard of the tool in collections, I thought to myself, okay, everyone knows the industry is facing crazy headwinds, right? We need to get our costs down. And so if we can either get our SG&A down and or drive more revenue through AI, like that's what I'm interested in. So when I first heard of the project, I was like, okay, how can we apply this in collections? What's it really going to do? And they introduced the project as almost being an auto dialer at first. And that was really nice because Kyle had set up queues where Allison, the agent, could call specific delinquent queues. And that now bought back time for my collectors to be able to focus on taking payments or chasing some more delinquent customers. So that agent would focus on a specific queue on a Saturday and would buy back some of our collectors' time so they could focus on maybe high priority tasks. And so the question became, like with Kyle and I, is like, down the road, where are we headed with this? And that's a good question for Kyle to answer, is like, how does he see this as effective? Because he's actually watching this project. He's hands-on with the project, and he's been doing this for over a decade. So I'll let him just kind of take the mic and explain, what he sees over the next few months, and how AI today, with what Robyn has produced, what's effective, what's not.
Right. So it's like, so far since we started this, it's been, at first I was kind of, standoffish about it because I've been through all the old dialers from the old school stuff, but this one is completely different. Like, it helps us tremendously, all of our collectors, because, a lot of buy here payers, a lot of our customers are due on Fridays because that's when they get paid. Well, if you have 600 people that are due on Friday, your collectors are answering phone calls all day and they cannot call out anybody. So then all of a sudden you wake up on a Saturday and you get to work, and now your delinquency has increased by 400 accounts because you weren't able to get to all those, or whatever the case may be. But on a Saturday, whenever you come in and you have all these delinquent accounts, what we were doing is on Saturdays, Robyn's team would literally call all of those for us. And it took so much work off of the collectors having to call all day or whatever the case may be. So it was just, and they were calling right back and making the payment, because just like Robyn said, they just forget sometimes that they have a car payment due, or they just didn't have it right then, and they're, it wasn't in their bank account, but it's there on Saturday. So then they were just calling in and making the payment, or they'd even set up a promise to pay, and they didn't even have to bug one of my collectors to set up a promise. It's like the agent would automatically do that for us. So that was really cool to see. Like, I'm really excited about that. But then this morning, whenever I was on a call and they were talking about the Blitz collect thing, that it can actually, because that's the piece that I wanted real bad, was take the payment and move on. Please do not send it to me. I don't care if they're just making a payment.
Yeah.
And so that's the one that I'm really excited about, because then I don't have to have my collectors be cashiers. They can actually sit there and actually do what I hired them to do, which is collect, not just sit there and just take payments, because anybody can do that.
Yeah. Like, I want to make this clear real quick for the viewers, is that, being a beta tester, obviously we didn't get all the full tools, the full set of tools day one, because we're working with Blytzpay and building that. And as a beta tester, we initially don't have the access to transact a payment. So we can get a hold of a customer, but we can't transact a payment. Mm-hmm. And so what they're about to roll out, which is extremely exciting, and especially as a beta tester, we're like, roll this out. Right. We've been really pressing their team to do this, is get them to actually transact a payment. So when a customer says, yes, I'm ready to transact, well, in the background, AI can transact the payment, and now one of our collectors doesn't have to transact it. So now we're saving all the money. And in Blytzpay, there's notifications that build up. Well, those are text, some of them are text messages, and some customers have agreed, like collectors are sending out a text message that says, are you ready to make your payment? And if the customer says, yes, I approve, well, who's doing
Someone's got to run it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, run the damn card. The money is about to run out the window. Run the card. So that's something we're really excited about to automate, is the transaction piece. And so, I mean, that's going to be huge. It's pioneering, the next step in the industry. We need it. We're ready. We've been very excited to see this.
I agree. When I go over collectors' queues and try to train my collectors, and the thing you see all the time is them responding to the collector on Blytzpay going, yes, run my card. And it never gets run. And you're like, did you miss this? Like, what happened?
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if it just ran?
Right. Just run it.
Yeah. So to give a little bit of color to that, we had to get, this is complex. And when you start to engage a subprime community, the voice is different. The cadence is different. It's not, this is a different borrower. And we believe in what we call respected, connected, and valued. It's important for us to get the tone and the voice right, and then the compliance around it. Right. So part one, let's make the thing talk and sound like a human with the accent with, I mean, it's wild, the things that you can do with this. Next is, can I take a payment? Yes, I can take a payment. Would you like to make a payment with the card ending 1234? Yes, I would. Okay, processed. Can I send you a link? No, I can't make it right now, but I can make it later today. Okay, let me send you a link. All sorts of different engagement. And then the next piece that we're rolling out is text. And then the third piece that we're rolling out, we're talking about automated intelligence. And automated intelligence will grab both pieces of AI, existing Blitz automation, and it'll roll it into one and give you analytics and information and abilities to be able to communicate and talk to your borrowers and take payments and do the things that are important in your business in an automated, frictionless fashion. Again, the best AI is AI that you don't know is there.
Mm-hmm.
That's very impressive. Robyn, can, even with all those analytics that this AI is grabbing, this LLM is grabbing, is it possible at some points to show each dealership how they can collect better, or how they can underwrite better using, or if someone's about to skip, are we moving toward really having that data that will help each individual dealership?
It's crazy. And there's different, look, so much information comes into businesses, and I'm gonna make a gross generalization. And then you take dealerships, there are so many tools and there's so much information that comes at dealers. Just because you've got the information coming into you doesn't mean that you consume it and then transfer it to a point where it's actionable. I have to wrap my arms around what is coming in, decide the things that are important for me to actually wrap my arms around, because I mean, it's like squirrels everywhere all the time, and you don't know what's meaningful and important to your business. So take the pieces that are meaningful and important, wrap your arms around them with tools that can make that data consumable, consume that data, and then figure out ways to make it actionable. And that's what Blitz Collect is all about. It's not just AI, it's not just automated intelligence, it's functionality around all the data points that come in. GPS is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Interesting. How so, Robyn? How so?
Guys, do you know how much information comes in from your GPS providers?
More than we could possibly digest ourselves.
Legit. That's legit. Yeah. And how much do you do with it?
No, nobody does anything with it. There are very few. That's right. There's very few dealers out there that analyze mileage driven, where they're located compared to where you think they're located. There's a few really good dealers that use that data, but it's too much data.
Too much data. It doesn't matter if you've got it if you can't do anything with it. If I can't make sense of it, if I can't grab it and then do something with it, make it actionable, it doesn't matter. But there's so much information that's coming in.
Hey, just to jump in real quick and make sure you guys know about Buckeye Risk Services. Still a great sponsor of the podcast and a great partner to have at any dealership.
Yeah, sure. Retail, buy here, pay here, no matter what. Tax planning is so important, and using a reinsurance company not only helps you with your tax plan, it also helps with generating wealth. And when you get toward the end of your dealership, you need something else to pull money out of, and it's a great way to just force savings account, right, Jeff?
Forced savings account. So if you are a dealer, buy here, pay here, retail, and you're doing 20 to 30 cars a month, call the guys at Buckeye. You will not regret getting a reinsurance company set up. You can sell your service contracts. You can sell your ancillary products. You can reinsure for your post-sale inspections. You can, of course, set up your CPI, collateral protection insurance if you're a buy here, pay here customer. Massive opportunities to build wealth and forced savings for rainy day funds. Yep. Good. Give the guys at Buckeye a call.
I'll tell you one of the things that I'm really excited about from an automated intelligence perspective. You guys, we have so much data that comes in from collections when a payment is declined.
Oh. Just
the cart brand data that we get will tell you exactly what's, by and large, there's some ambiguity, but will tell you a lot about what's going on.
Will it tell you addresses so we can go find them?
That's GPS.
Yeah.
There's data in the transaction decline that you don't do anything with. You put it in a bucket called declines, and then you dump it on your collectors and you have them go figure out what to do with it.
Yeah.
And just dialing for dollars. We need to get prescriptive about approaching that data, looking at the customer from the very beginning of the loan. What has happened from the very beginning of the loan? Taking that data, wrapping our arms around it, and then spitting it back to our collectors in a way that they can actually do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
This borrower has made their payment 5 days late for the last 6 months. Suggest a payment change. It's simple stuff. And guys, again, the best AI is invisible AI. Take that data, make it actionable, and then put the accounts that we've got problems with that need a human engagement, a human interaction in front of people that can actually pay attention to it, because all of the other noise has been silenced.
Yeah, I definitely like the idea of the AI being able to dissect the things that me as a one collector operation, right? I'm a small buy here, pay here. So my collector can't really dig too deep into stuff because she's trying to get through so many accounts, right? So she needs a helper. Now, I don't want to hire a second collector that'll be sitting around half the time. I want to make my collector more efficient with stuff like that. Like, hey, if AI can just diagnose half these things for her up front, and specifically as you talk about turn downs, she can specifically say, hey, these are all turn downs, and here's the plain English reason as these got turned down. You can communicate with that customer on that level. Hey, you ran out of money, or hey, your card's locked, and if it hooks to GPS, and all of a sudden, my customer pays at 5 o'clock every Friday, but they don't pay until they get home. So I'm not going to call them at 5 o'clock when they leave work. I'm going to call them at 5:25 when I know they're parked at their house, sitting on their couch and have their phone in front of them. So connecting those dots seems like it would make a lot of sense just from your habits, right? People's habits. I know that I do certain things certain time of the day. If you text me at this time of the day, you're not going to get a response until 7 p.m. That's just the way it works. I'm busy.
But nobody is going to dig in to every communication to see what time somebody texts you back.
Yeah.
Grab that data, see what the trends and the patterns and the habits are, and then be able to spit that back in a way that's useful. And both Kyle and Kaleb can scream that from the rafters.
And just the amount of effort, because as we think about it, like speaking back to the payday, right? Let's talk about just payday. My customers, let's say they get paid at, midnight on the 5th and the 20th. I've got to send out 150 collection calls at that very moment when their paycheck hits. My collector can't literally do that within a 24-hour period, right? Or if she gets 50 people to text her back that say, run my card before 5 p.m. because after that, rent's going to be pulled out or I'm going to end up at the casino. Like, she can't literally run 50 payments before 5 p.m., right? Like within that time period, but AI can, right? I mean, AI can literally run 50 payments right now, can't they?
AI married to automation. So again, I'll turn this back to Kaleb and to Kyle because they've done these tests. We have dealers that will fire off collection calls, and then behind those collection calls is a text message.
Yes.
It draws attention from the consumer. Oh, I need to do XYZ. And how do you think they pay? They get on their text message. They're not going to pick up the phone and have a conversation unless they need you. And if they need you, you've got to be available, right? Collectors call in sick. AI does not. Collectors have bad days. They fight with their spouse. They stub their toe. They have flat tires. All that stuff happens. AI does not. AI does not have those problems. It's consistent. AI paired with automation is the way, it's the future. It's the way that this world is going.
Robyn, when we talk about these collector calls, I just want to, things go off the rails with our collectors, right? And with our customers, I should say, that you get these curveballs. How good is AI to taking those curveballs? Like, well, my grandmother's sister died and I had to pay for part of the funeral. What's going to happen there?
It depends on how many times your father has passed away in the last year.
Okay, so it knows that. Okay, well, I'm sorry, Mrs. Whatever, your father died 3 times in the last 2 years. We're not gonna allow you to skip this. And I mean, is that how good AI is, or does it go or does it go sideways and say, well, you still need to make your payment? What's the logic, and how good is the logic of it?
It's improving. It's not there
Okay.
today, but again,
When that goes off, does it alert a collector to get on the phone? Like, how does that happen?
Yeah, absolutely. So we call it what we talk about internally is the end of the internet. I have reached a point where I can't make a decision. Somebody needs to get in and engage, and it'll transfer the call back to a collector. But
So the if then is done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And how is a customer willing to be patient enough to get that collector on the phone?
And sometimes is it about getting the collector on the phone, or is it, somebody that just doesn't have the ability to pay and you'd rather have them abuse the AI than a collector?
And so if that another question I have here, I'm just kind of spitballing now because I have all these questions that come up. That call is recorded just like any other call. Does it note the account for what is said from that?
Verbatim.
That's impressive.
Wild. Yeah, wild. Kaleb's like,
Okay.
ours doesn't. Yeah, it will.
Beta. I was asking, does it do it?
I was thinking, I don't see it in my notes.
Yeah, you will.
Okay.
So record the conversation. So when phase 2 comes out, and now you're pairing a phone call with text messaging, because to me, text messaging is still how my customers communicate. Obviously, it's the foundation of Blytzpay. It's a text platform. It's a self-help payment platform. That seems crucial to me because my customers don't pick up the phone, whether it's me calling, AI calling, or the president calling. Like, they're not picking up their phone, right? I'm not picking up my phone. So I don't communicate that way. I don't like talking to people. Don't call me. It's rude. Text me.
He doesn't even like talking to me. He doesn't answer my phone calls, nothing.
I don't even know why they have a phone. Why is there a phone feature on a phone? Like,
Or you call me, ask yourself, is this textable? That needs to be the beam in everybody's dealership. Do not call people.
Just kidding. But seriously, the texting thing just to me is like, dude, I am chomping at the bit. Like, let me be a beta tester on that one because I want to be able to have AI just let loose on my past due accounts, because really there's only 5 conversations to have with the past due customer. Like the training model is very tiny in my opinion, because anything outside of those 5 basic things, which is 90% of what my collector does, is unique. And that can go off to the collector. I get it. That's like level 2 customer service stuff. It's the basic, like, will you pay now? No. Will you pay tomorrow? Will you pay the next day? When will you pay? Okay, cool. Like anything outside of that, like, I get it. My lady can handle it. But so much of their time is taken up with just run my card tomorrow, run it at 5 o'clock. Let me update my card number. Like the basic stuff, right?
Push the AI back to the automation that is Blytzpay and let your consumer be able to self-serve.
Exactly.
Friend, you guys in financial technology, SaaS products for the last 5 years, consumers want control of their money, whether they need control of their money because they're managing paycheck to paycheck and they don't have the ability to be able to set it and forget it in an auto pay.
Mm-hmm.
I've got cash coming in here. I've got cash in my pocket. I've got some money on my card. Whatever that looks like, you don't care. It doesn't make any difference to you. You care that the payment is made. But to the consumer, there's dignity that is lost every time, they have to have a conversation with the collector. Shut up and take my money. Like, here's the ability. We're going to think outside the box. You want to pay with 3 cards? You want to pay with 5 cards? Great. You want to pay in cash? You want to pay some in cash? You want to pay, like, nobody cares. Make your payment.
Right.
And I would say even on the far other extreme of that is AI can be the eternally patient, empathetic advocate with the customer if things are tough and if they are struggling and if they do want to just be heard. Like the AI can have a 3-hour conversation, text back and forth with this customer. It's okay. It's not burning You know, it's not burning hours out of my collector's time for them to just have AI empathize with this customer over the fact that they got laid off or their mom died for the 5th time or whatever it might be. Like, you could technically train the model to do that, right? Like,
look at it a little differently.
it wouldn't be Alan, it would be Allison.
Yeah, it would not be Alan. Alan would be
Alan would be like, give me my money, I don't care.
Yeah. And it's not that bad, but it's really interesting. The reality is, we're in the human business. We're in the people business. Whether, like it or not, buy here, pay here consumers sometimes need a little bit of hand-holding. What I want to provide dealers is technology for the people who don't need hand-holding. And then the time that your borrowers, your consumers need hand-holding, let them be handheld. Let them, express empathy because their parent passed away or stuff happens. This world is hard and it's getting harder. Take away the mundane and allow the human interaction, the human engagement to be personalized because you've got the time to do it.
That's a good point. Yeah. I could see my collector having more free time if she's not just responding to basic text messages. Now she can take more time with that customer that needs it, right?
And she's not rushed, and she's like, there's lots of advantages to this, you guys. This is the tip of the iceberg. It will be wild to see what happens at this time next year and to revisit this podcast. But right now, it's fun to watch and it's fun to be a part of. And I would encourage everyone who's watching this to figure out how to use AI in your dealership and, engage people and then get out of their way.
Yeah. Could you make an AI version that's like a Luke version that just is like internal, like eternally, like just obnoxious and just runs people around in circles with like circular arguments and conversations? And then I would just like sick that one on like the customer that I just really want to repo, but I want to tie up all their time so I can get to the car.
AI pleads the fifth.
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff.
I would have my collector Luke send them to the Luke bucket. And then all those really common jobs would go to the Luke collector bucket, and they would just raked over the coals.
You like that, Luke? Come on.
Oh man, it's been a day.
I think it's great. Robyn, so you're gonna let me be on beta when you get to the text thingy. Yep. When is everyone else getting access to this stuff?
So right now we're looking at the beginning of November to roll it out. And
that's part 1, episode 1
list. So be patient with us. We've got a list of customers that are already trying to get on and get going.
Sounds like,
and I'm sure this takes time to prepare for each dealership, right?
It does.
Oh, well, that's a good question. I want to ask that, and I want to ask about part 2 as well. That when you get into the text messaging part, because we're just talking about the voice agent right now, right? That'll be November. Is the onboarding process, is there a lot to it? Like it's got to be trained on my data, my customers, my whatever, or is it just kind of plug and play because a collection's a collection?
It's plug and play, and the models that we're using are training specific to subprime.
Yeah.
So we have models that are training. This is a different consumer, and we want to be focused, and we want the LLMs to be to cater to this particular consumer in this particular market.
We know Kaleb's is very unique because we went to his dealership and we saw his inventory. So basically the first question out of the AI's mouth is like, is your engine blown? Like, of course your engine's blown because you have a Kia. So
come on, Jeff. They're putting new Kia engines in there. Come on, Jeff.
Remember,
that's mean.
If you guys saw that episode, it actually airs tomorrow as of this recording, but I think it airs. No, that was our Kaleb episode.
That was
aired a couple weeks ago. Yeah. We saw Kaleb's dealership, and it's so great, and they just have stacks of the Theta 2 engines back there. So I can imagine, Kaleb, you'll have that built into your collections process. Like, you need your engine, right?
Yeah, the AI agents it's going to be a breeze for all the other dealerships for those AI agents to collect after collecting on the Dallas customer with driving one of our Kias. You are right.
Oh man, that's something.
But seriously, in closing, what do dealers need to know? Are we going to see this at like conventions coming up? Like, when are we going to be able to demo this and like see it in real life? Are we going to see it national or Buy Here, Pay Here Dealer Summit or any of these other ones?
Well, this is our launch, so you'll see you've heard a little bit about it here, and we're rolling out a podcast specific to what's happening with Blytzpay in conjunction with some of our other partners. We've got a deep partnership with AMS. We've got a deep partnership with Iteron. You'll see it at Buy Here, Pay Here United. There's places that you can see it, but
you might even see it at a consulting collections workshop in Dallas on December 10th. You might.
You know what? That's where we should really dig in. That's a all right. There you go. There's your debut.
Because we can't sign up.
December 10th.
I want to see it in action. Like, I want to put my phone number into Kyle's database there and have Kyle's collector, Allison, give me a call and try to collect money from me, because like, I really want to have that conversation. Like, I don't believe that it's going to be that smooth and seamless. Like, I don't believe that I'm going to get a call from Kyle and his sidekick, Allison, there at the Auto Cave, and that I'm really going to like fully believe that I'm talking to a human that's telling me to make a payment. Like, I just don't.
I've heard some of your calls. You'll get halfway through a call and the customer will go, "Oh my gosh, this is a robot. I'm talking to a bot."
Yeah.
It's wild.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for that.
And I want to ask Kyle that question. When a customer realizes that they've been talking to a bot, to AI, do some of them get offended? I mean, our customers can get offended really quickly. I mean, are they offended? Do they like it? What is the customer been like on this side?
Here's the truth. Nobody is going to answer the phone. Nobody's going to answer the phone. And the ones that do, Kyle can tell you about.
Yeah, it's only when we first started it, the customers would just call us straight away, because they're like, "Could you please just have this stop calling me?" Only because they were annoyed, but I like that because at least it got you to call me. So
yeah,
on the phone having a conversation. I love that. Like, I don't care if you bug my customer, do it all day. But because it got you to call me. So that was always interesting. But now we don't get calls like that anymore, because I think it got better with the actual full conversation. And it's setting up promises and things like that. So we don't get many of those calls anymore, because it's not annoying to the customer anymore. So they like it. And it's helped out our delinquency, so we're good.
And so, Robyn, it has the conversation enough, and it's linked enough into everything that it sets the promise pay.
Yeah.
And that's incredible.
Yeah. Okay. Business rules, if it's within, X amount of days delinquent before the next payment's due, I can make a payment of $100 today. Okay, when are you going to make your next payment? We're going to verify it with the Blitz engagement. It's pretty wild. The majority of customers are not going to answer the phone. They're going to call. They're going to pay by text. They're going to they're going to see the call. They're going to take action some other way.
But the more this gets to talk to customers, the better it's going to be.
Yep. Yeah. And it does. It continues to learn. And we've baited in different segments in different market with different consumer bases. And it's wild to see how different the conversations and the communication is.
Very interesting. Robyn, so great. Thank you so much for your time. We'll look forward to seeing it in action. And I think this is a great, what's the word? Example, a shining example that I would love all of our other vendors to look to, because it's not easy and it's hard. And you guys put money and time into making your software the cutting edge or this new world of AI that we're going to live in. And you guys have to do it again, because we can't integrate at that level. So if you and all my other software, I think Kaleb could speak to this, right? You'd love it if your GPS had a strong AI integration, if your CRM did, your BDC, your freaking parts management software, your shop management software, like they all got to start integrating this.
Yeah, with guys that have been in the industry, friends of mine that have been like the godfathers of Buy Here, Pay Here for 20 plus years, like I hear this common statement lately is like, the business is not how it used to be and times are changing. Well, of course they're changing. Every business changes. Technology changes. And as you stated, like vendors have got to embrace AI. Dealers need to embrace AI. And as we make these changes, and if our margins are shrinking, or if delinquency is going up, or if charge-offs are going up, or if inflation is up, or it doesn't matter what the hard time is, if AI can come in here and our vendors can help us and we can partner together to reduce our cost of servicing our customer base, then we could have a win-win here. We could have a win-win
Yeah.
for our vendors. We could have a win-win for our dealers. And we could see this other great side of buy here, pay here that we're headed towards. I don't know what that's going to look like, but we need to embrace technology. Everyone does. And dealers are not going to create it. It's going to take the vendors to.
Jeff, I love to talk about consulting, and the TaxMax consulting groups are underway. And you got to get in on this, because this is the way to really fine tune your whole dealership in using TaxMax.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity right now if you're signed up and you get everything implemented with TaxMax, you start learning the program, you can do some promotions right now, like a Black Friday sale, and you can use TaxMax to get a second down payment. So you're getting the down payment today, which is, hey, we've got a great Black Friday sale going on. We're doing, whatever, buy a car, get a turkey or something for free. But then you're getting the down payment today, but then you're also setting them up for a deferred down, which you are scheduling that right into the contract. That's the number one thing. You don't want to do it, and I said the word deferred down. What you want to schedule is an irregular payment inside the contract so that it's legal and you're collecting interest on that.
Money down now and money coming in February or March when they get that tax refund. Nothing could be better. Selling the car now and getting that money later, because you're going to have more cars to sell during tax time too. So Black Friday sale is a great idea, Jeff. We used to do it, offer all kind of deals, and people always came in. We had a big sale. So plan it early and use TaxMax to help you get it done.
Yep, and the code is VIP. If you haven't heard our previous episodes of promotion, use the code VIP. Make sure you tell them the podcast guys sent you. You're going to get 35% off the VIP package.
Honestly, we can't afford to create it. Some really big people can, but we have to have great vendors like Blytzpay to help us, to get us over the bar. So Robyn, we appreciate you. Number one, we appreciate you coming on, and number two, we appreciate what you do for dealers and getting us over that hump.
So in closing, we appreciate Luke and Jeff and the Independent Dealer Podcast. We're super excited to participate with them. And really, our goal is to make the industry better. So big news as of today, Blitz Collect is live. Check us out, blitzcollect.com and/or blitzpay.com. Give TJ and Andrew, give the boys a call. They're happy to walk you through the product and show you how to eliminate bad collections and make it a merry Blitzmas for all.
Thanks, Robyn.
Thanks, you guys.